Hi guys, and welcome to Into the Groove. I'm your host, Kenna Attaway, and today I'm here with Bailey of baileyboy. Bailey, how are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy that you were able to come in today. So Bailey, can you tell us a little bit about the bands that you are in?
Yes, right now I am primarily in a band called baileyboy. It is, I guess, my band as Bailey of baileyboy. And I write all of the music for it. It's with CJ, Tim, and Tyler, and it's great. And then I'm also in a, thank you. I'm in a cover band called Emo KC that just does a lot of emo covers. And then I might show up playing instruments or singing along with other people and other things. to
What other instruments do you play?
Primarily guitar, but I also play bass, just not very well. Same with like piano and cello.
Probably better than anything I could do. I look at an instrument and I'm always like, how do I even begin this? So anyone who can play an instrument, I'm like, shout out to you.
Thank you.
So what inspired you to start pursuing music?
I started performing publicly when I was maybe 10 or 11, singing, and then when I was 13 or 14, I learned to play guitar and started performing in public with original songs. It was definitely an issue of self-expression. I think that being a teenager and not knowing how to communicate your emotions yet, you have to find an outlet.
Yeah.
And that was my outlet, and then I just had to stick with it because it was the only thing that helped me communicate.
I think that's so great that you were able, though, to find like a pathway to communicate your feelings in such a beautifully talented way. Your music is incredible. So you started when you were younger, but how did baileyboy come to be?
So there's an event called Seventh Day Rebellion in the local scene where they get a bunch of singer-songwriters to come out and play in a swap style, which is where you'll get 3 or 4 artists that come for like 15 to 30 minutes, and then one person plays a song, one person plays a song, one person plays a song, and then you go through the lineup again. So I met some of the band members doing that and started working with CJ Rogers, our guitarist, as a producer. And then
with the longer hair, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then all of the guys, I started playing with them at some shows, almost as like a backing band to see what it would feel like full band, because I've been playing by myself for so long. And it went so well that I begged them to do it forever, and they are doing it for at least now and the foreseeable future.
That is awesome. When I watch y'all perform, like I can genuinely tell y'all get along, which like sometimes in the scene I'll be watching a band and I'm like, oh, you guys actually all hate each other. It's very obvious.
You can tell when we're arguing, but we're never arguing about anything real. Like you'll just be like, wow, she was really pointing at him while singing that angry line, and then they both laughed. So
yeah, I just can tell that like, and your thing, your show at Norman Music Fest at Bluebonnet, girl, that was probably the biggest expression of community I've seen in the scene in a very long time. Just everyone kind of came together in Bluebonnet, and I was holding arms with strangers. We were screaming and yelling and singing, and like that was probably the best performance I've seen from anyone in a very, very long time.
Well, thank you.
And I think that's just kind of what your band does for people. It brings people together.
I know the Music Fest itself is like a reunion every year, so I cried after that show. It was very special to me too, so thank you.
Of course, yeah. I know you write a lot of like kind of politically driven songs or songs about issues facing women. So what is your favorite song that you've worked on?
The favorite song that I've worked on that we have released that you can like find streaming is definitely Congress.
So good.
Thank you so much. We put it out in January on the 20th, and it really is just about the corruption throughout our government and how a lot of our politicians are purchased more than voted in, and that feeling of them being bought, and feeling like if you don't have a certain kind of resource, you have no authority or say in anything that goes on in our country. And also just kind of playing with that a little bit, that I think it's very interesting to hear people spout such discussion of values and then literally sell themselves.
Happens a lot.
It does. But
Seen it a lot.
Unreleased, I have a song called Body Machine that's about a loss of body autonomy, and that one's my personal favorite right now.
Did you perform that at Music Fest?
I did.
Okay, I feel like I remember it. I just was like so entranced by everything in the crown. I need to. When is your next show for Bailey Boy coming up?
Our next show is at the Computer Girl album release at Resonant Head in October.
Okay, I want to go to that. I love Computer Girl.
I know it's like the second weekend of the month, but I'm dyslexic, so I'm not going to say a number because it'll be wrong.
Hey,
it'll be the wrong date.
And I can put it in the description too and everything.
Perfect.
So, what message are you wanting to spread with Bailey Boy's music specifically?
A lot of Bailey Boy is just very authentic above all else, honesty first. And so I know that a lot of political discussions or discussions about autonomy or about identity, it's very fraught right now. It's not always very fun to discuss. But I think that a lot of the people I know all agree on the same topics. And like you said, the community of a live show is really valuable to me. So having that inarguable agreement that music can drive someone with passion on an opinion that maybe they are a little too anxious to say around a dinner table. I would love Bailey Boy to kind of fill in those gaps because it's the things I'm too anxious to say around a dinner table sometimes.
I feel like it does fill those gaps. Like every show I've been to that you've performed at, I just see people like full on like screaming your lyrics, like screaming Congress's lyrics, like all of it because they feel it. And it's things that they've been holding in and tight to their chest because, like you said, they can't say it in front of a dinner table, and you do give people that space, and I think that's really awesome.
Thanks.
So I know you do emo OKC.
I do.
So what kind of inspired you to do emo cover band?
My friend Maddie, who is the other lead singer, was a big inspiration because she was like, I think I might literally die if I don't get to play some live shows singing some of my favorite songs soon.
Fair.
And so it fulfills the 12-year-old hairbrush thing to get to sing Paramore and Fall Out Boy.
You guys are so good when you do it too. I'm just like, I feel like I'm at a Paramore concert.
It's so fun. And because I live to cut loose on Bailey Boy's like stage when I'm with the full band, but when you're playing an instrument and singing and what I did for so long, you're stuck in one place and really trying to get it out. But with emo KC, it's encouraged. Like, I'm not even the only vocalist, so it's like throw yourself around, get out there. We have not crowd surfed. We probably won't. Because people are weird.
People are weird.
And we're pretty weird. And people are weird.
Yeah.
But it's very fun. So mainly just to have fun with music, because if the only thing you do with music is trying to drive your passion and your message, and it can put this importance on it, that takes away some of the like catharsis.
That is such a beautiful way to put that.
Thank you.
Music really does heal the soul, and it does a lot for the community. And I guess it does also provide some accessibility and inclusion, which I know is something that you're very passionate about. And I would love if you could expand on that maybe.
I think that when we talk about community in a local scene, often we're making do with what we have. So we're often DIY venues or co-ops or just the best that we can do as a venue at that point. And the same is true with shows and with our merch. Like everyone is doing their best within a community that doesn't have a ton of resources to begin with. But when it comes to accessibility for people with physical disabilities or with health issues, sometimes we can take for granted how young and able-bodied most of the scene is, especially the independent scene. I know most of the venues that are available to us are standing room only, usually a concrete room. Even just small things, like we've recently started requesting that they not include flashing lights or strobes at our performances because some of my friends are triggered by flashing lights to have seizures. And something like that, when you're first starting as a band, you're just so excited that you can use strobe. You're so excited that there is a smoke machine. You're like, oh, it's like a real show, it's a real concert.
Like, oh my gosh, like the vision's coming to life.
Exactly, and it's awful to have to acknowledge that sometimes that excitement can blind us to the ways that we're excluding people. And so I just would really love if Bailey Boy is supposed to fill in gaps, if that's the whole purpose of what I would like the band to do. That means trying to not leave any in terms of, is there adequate parking? Can you make it to the venue? Is there adequate seating? Is it comfortable? Is there water? is there a restroom? Is the restroom accessible? Because there are tons
That's
of
true.
venues where then you have to go upstairs or downstairs.
Or it's just like there's no handicap stall or anything like that for
Yes.
people in wheelchairs.
And you might have heard the saying that, being disabled, having a disability is one of the only minority groups that you could become a member of at any time.
I have heard that. and
Or
it's
that
very
you
true.
will always become a member of, that we will eventually all be disabled. And the older I get, the longer I'm in the scene, because I'm almost 30, don't tell anyone.
Okay.
The longer I'm in the scene, the more my friends are disabled, and the less that looks the way we expected it to when we were growing up. It's harder to get on assistance, it's harder to receive care, it's harder to recognize when someone has a disability now. There are so many more invisible disabilities that we're aware of.
There are, yeah.
And I know people in the scene who are artists who no one knows, they really struggle physically, and no one understands how much effort it is for them to show up at a sound check at 3 p.m. and then perform at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a 12-hour day, and if you're disabled, you can't work 12 hours.
Yeah.
And
Especially
that means
on your feet, like so much.
in an uncomfortable space or with no
Hot
seating
most
or
of
with
the
no,
time, too.
And a cool green room solves a lot of these problems for artists, but not for your guests.
Yeah.
And so it's just a hard line. We want to use our resources the best we can. I don't want to limit shows or limit the scene based off of who has what, especially because it comes down to money when making a place accessible. But I mean, Facebook Marketplace some couches. If you don't have any
that's
seats in
very
your
true.
venue, then my friends who can't stand for hours will have somewhere to sit.
Yeah. What are some good venues that you have seen around Oklahoma that have been accessible?
Resident Head
Yes.
is accessible. They are great. They have booths and bar seating, and then if you ask them for more chairs, you can have some brought out. That's a big thing too. Don't be scared to ask if you go to a venue and there's no seating and you need a seat. There's usually a chair that was just put away to make more room.
Yeah.
And they'll be happy to bring it out. But they were great about that, and they were willing to suspend strobe lights for our show, which was really nice.
It's a very beautiful venue too, like just very picturesque. I have never had an issue there. I will say I saw Haley Hendricks there, and someone passed out in the crowd, and she stopped the show, and people from Resident Head, like they came and they helped solve that and helped that person get help
I didn't even
right
know
away.
that happened.
Yeah.
They're just wonderful.
They are wonderful.
There are a couple more. I've always had a great experience. The 59th Street Speakeasy.
Yes.
There's a ton of little nooks and lots of seating. So
I went there recently for the jazz night. It was so cool.
It is really cool. I
Yeah.
like there are so many hidden tables and also the upstairs little hideaways that if you need to take a step away or you need somewhere to sit or
There's,
you
like,
get
that back room,
overheated,
too. Yeah.
you have lots of options.
You do.
And
Yeah.
so I really appreciate just that in a venue. And in Norman, I know they're trying really hard to make more venues too that have that. And a lot of ours are bars or built-in restaurants,
Yeah,
so you kind
they
of
are.
have that built in.
Yeah.
But
I know Opolis has some seating, but it is mainly standing room, and it gets so packed in there
Yes.
that like I get overheated. I have to walk out.
that's one where you have to ask for
Yeah.
a chair because the people there are so helpful and willing to
They
help.
are, yes.
But if you're new to the venue and you've never been there, you wouldn't know that.
No.
You would need to just check with them and make sure.
For sure. I had a friend perform a year or so ago, and she can't stand for long on stage, and so they immediately got her a chair when she was like, I need a chair. I can't stand and sing. And they had one like that.
Their outside patio area, the fact that you can see the stage from it is wonderful because
agree.
I don't know if it's obvious by the way I'm avoiding eye contact with cameras, but I struggle in social situations and crowds. So it's really nice to get to.
It's very much like a good break, because I do get overstimulated in Opolis very easily. They can't really control that because it is such a tiny venue.
And they do a lot with it.
Yes, they do so much with it, and they also just like it's one of the better venues in Norman specifically.
I agree.
So
We play there all the time for a good reason.
yes,
We love
they're
them.
wonderful there, and I know they opened that music shop too, where they're doing lessons. So that's awesome.
They have like a little secret hideaway as well. That's very nice.
I think you may have shown me that. The green room.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a minute ago, but it was very nice. Their green room. What are some other solutions that you could think of, or what would you encourage venues and audience members who do struggle with these issues that you're discussing? I know you said to ask, and do you think venues having signs up would be helpful, or on
Yeah.
their website, maybe having policies for that?
I definitely think that having having more of a standard of posting either like in a pin on your Instagram profile or on Facebook or on your website or Linktree, anywhere, having something that illustrates common parking.
Yes, I completely agree, especially as a woman too. Like, I'm leaving these venues very late at night. Some of them are not always in the greatest parts of Oklahoma, and I just want to get to my car safely.
Yes, and a lot of the larger venues have to use third-party security for a lot of the events, and they've always been really kind. I remember walking to the Jones for a show and then leaving, and I was by myself, so I left like a taser with the security because obviously it's not allowed in the show. But I wanted it for the walk there and back. But I just think that communication and signage would be great, but a lot of it would be just acknowledging that just because you aren't a large enough venue for people to check you for ADA compliance, it would be wonderful if you like just took a look around as a venue owner in your venue and said, if I was disabled, if I was elderly, if I was struggling to stand, if I was struggling to breathe, if I struggled with tight spaces or crowds or flashing lights, where would be a refuge in this room? Just look for it the way that someone who is disabled might do. Look for where your exits are, and are there lips or things that could trip someone, and then as simple as putting red tape or yellow tape wherever there's an issue. If you can't fix it, just let people know that it's there.
Exactly.
And that really helps. But
really
mainly
does.
just having like an option of seating and making it known, like seating upon request would be a really cool phrase to start seeing pop up.
I think that would be really cool, and especially because people do, like, even if they don't have a disability, a lot of these spaces in Oklahoma are, like I said, are very cramped, and like it's easy to feel dizzy, and when you feel like you can't even sit down or get out of the crowd to take a breath, like that's when people are put in dangerous situations.
Yes, but I really do think people don't realize how much it unintentionally divides the scene into different age groups and genres and venues exclusively, just because certain ones it feels like unless you are willing to be cramped in with a bunch of other 20-somethings standing for 4 hours, you can't watch the show. It's just a little limiting. And a lot of 20-somethings can't stand for 4 hours anyway.
No.
So.
Is there any other messages that you're wanting to kind of send to your fans, to the Oklahoma scene in general, anything that's very personal and close to your heart?
Sure. Self-care is very radical right now at a time when people profit off of your discontent and your attention more than anything else. It is doubly radical to pay attention to yourself and read your own emotions, your own feelings, your own needs, check in with yourself, make sure you're getting care, put on your air mask, and then take a look around and understand that the cost of community is inconvenience, not harm. So take care of yourself and allow yourself to be inconvenienced by those who you love.
Thank you, Bailey.
Of course.
So we do have a trivia portion of Into the Groove that I'm trying to start. Essentially, I had asked you beforehand your top 3 favorite bands right now, or who you're currently listening to, and I came up with 6 trivia questions regarding the bands.
So bad at this. I'm not. Oh God. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We're trying it out. And I did just get these questions from Google.
Heck yeah.
So, but if you get all of them right, I will Venmo you $10. So, I think that is a steal, if I do say so myself, as someone who loves $10. The artists you chose today are Paramore. Is it Upshaw?
I believe.
Upshaw. Okay. The artists you chose today are Paramore, Upshaw, and Better Lovers. So, Bailey, are you ready for trivia?
Sure.
Okay. Which 4 members of Better Lovers previously played together in a band Every Time I Die?
Okay. I do know this, but I will not know their names. I'm not even going to. I don't want to disrespect the ones whose names I won't know.
They actually have their instrument they play too.
Oh, wow. That's so intense. Why are they so nosy?
I don't know, but if you want to just be like, the so-and-so, the so-and-so, the so-and-so, I will count that.
I will instead say I'm very happy that they're still playing together after canceling Every Time I Die, and I'm happy with who they chose to exclude from their new projects.
Understood. Would you like to know the answer?
Yes.
Okay. Jordan Buckley, the bassist Stephen Mickey, and the drummer Clayton Goose Holyoke. Sorry, guys. Probably dyslexic as well.
When I went to see Better Lovers, I will trivia for just me. Their Goose was sick and could not come to the OKC show, so they did put a blow-up doll with a picture of his face over it on the drum set, and then they played the track. It was still a wonderful show.
That is so iconic. I would love to see more band members just do that.
I would love to see more people do that too, replace, and then just have it be
Instead
a
of just
guessing
like
game.
completely canceling the show. Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's funny too. That adds like a good personality for the band. Our second question is Paramore related. What was the name of Paramore's debut studio album?
Ooh, All We Have Is Falling?
Yep. Correct. And our third question. In what U.S. state was Upsall born and raised?
I'm going to say maybe, is she from Arizona?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Period. Our fourth question. Which Paramore track was featured in the video game The Sims 2?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Misery Business.
No.
No?
I'll give you one more guess.
I'm trying to think of what would sound good in Simlish. And when Sims 2 came out, so like what album that would be.
I didn't even know that there was music in Sims. So.
Oh yeah, they make the real artists come in and sing it in Simlish. That's why this is wild.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, there are videos of these artists online singing their lyrics but in Simlish.
You're not messing with me?
I'm not.
Did a firework.
Yeah.
In Simlish.
Yeah. Some country singers have done it too, I think, and that's really funny because the twang on Simlish is very fun.
So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight.
I'm going to say
YouTube
maybe
rabbit hole.
the only other song I could think that they might do at the time would have been That's What You Get. But then
It was Emergency.
Really?
Yes.
That's a deep cut. Good on you, Simlish.
Good on you, Simlish. Our fifth cut is what label was Upsall the first artist to be signed to when it relaunched in 2018?
Oh. Man, that's getting digging into the obscure.
I try to get it like...
I'm going to say it's a leg of Interscope, but I don't know what it's called.
Starts with an A. I'll give you a hint. I don't know
my
much about
God.
record labels. This is embarrassing for me.
No, it's okay. I really could just say any A word right now. I'm going to be honest. Like, it could be Ant-Man Records, and I wouldn't know.
This is so true. And hey, that says a lot about the music industry. It is Aritzia Records.
Okay.
Never heard of them? Sorry, guys.
I hope their relaunch went well.
I hope it did. Hey, and probably, maybe, hopefully. Our last question is our sixth one. What was the title of Better Lovers' debut EP, which was released in July of 2023?
Is it A White Horse Covered in Blood? Man.
One more guess. I'll give you three guesses, actually.
You can reveal. I'm a dyslexic girl. You're asking me in order of release.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't know.
God Made Me an Animal.
Okay. You do need to look that up. It's so good.
I haven't heard of them, so I really do need to listen to them.
If you appreciate distorted vocals, that you can really understand the lyrics.
Yes, I do.
That is what Better Lovers is really great at.
Okay.
They have a lot of stuff for anti-consumerism, for environmentalism, for misogyny messages.
We need more of that.
It's so good. It's so good.
Do you have anything you want to promote, Bailey? I know you said a show in October. Any songs coming out? Anything with Emo OKC?
We don't have anything that we know we're putting out when we're putting it out yet.
Okay.
But I would say keep your eyes open for a live recording show coming up. And for tickets for that, when you see that start being promoted, you might want to be there.
Interesting. We'll have to talk more about that after the show. Because I feel like I know what venue is doing that. Anyways, sorry. Well, Bailey, it was great to have you on today. I'm very appreciative of you coming on and doing our first episode of Into the Groove. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Everyone thank Bailey. Her stuff will be linked in the description. My stuff will also be linked in the description. Please check it out. Thank you guys so much. Bye.